All right, we are recording. Good. And let's see who is.
One person is missing.
Yes, we are missing Charles, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's ping him now together. I'll try to Bishop 3D. That's his. I'll try to.
Telegram, yeah.
Who's John Smith? John Smith is connecting.
John Smith's.
Oh, you know why? Because you shared the link in the.
Oh, we shared it in the Eden community. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it was Agent Smith from the Matrix.
Right.
We should
Yeah.
get I think once Charles joins, maybe you should just
Delete it.
delete that.
Yeah.
Delete it just to come, you know,
Yeah.
avoid confusion.
Yeah, for sure. I am deleting the first one, and then I'll delete the second one as soon as either Charles joins or Neo comes here to protect us against Agent Smith.
Come on. Okay.
All
Good.
right, deleting the message. We're good to go. All
Okay,
right,
perfect.
so
Perfect.
finally, awesome. All right, guys, let's get started. I'd say we do the following. We'll need to do like pretty quick because, right, we have less time here. But how about we start with intros, right? We established in our background, relations to Eden. We're all here, so we're all probably wanting to move forward. So let's do first the intros, and then we'll do a round of the proposals. And maybe when we finish the intro, we assign who is going next, right? So we don't need to all be finding the next one. Okay, so I guess I'll start. I'm Hernan from EOS Israel and EOS Starter, which was found a few months ago. I've been dedicating myself to promoting innovation in EOS, new projects, fighting FUD, etc. So you've maybe heard, read some EOS Israel tweets. So that was all of our work here. And now with EOS Starter, we're really trying to launch new projects. We're building a gamified launchpad and a community-powered incubator to basically help out projects to get from wherever they are to a fully launched product. So I was getting to my proposal, but that's basically me. I guess, Edgar, you want to go next?
Yes. Hi, my name's Edgar Fernandez. I'm co-founder of Eos Costa Rica. We've been involved in Eos since the genesis, so 3 years. We built a company around developing on Eos and running EOS.io based infrastructure. We've got about 20 developers in Costa Rica now, and we've been fully committed to building on EOS for the last 3 years. We've had 10 years running blockchain infrastructure. So we started with proof of work and then proof of stake. Got to know Dan Larimer through BitShares, and we're a Steam witness for a while. So I got introduced to delegated proof of stake and have been preaching EOS for the last 3 years, specifically in Latin America. And we've brought some enterprise projects to the group, to the community, to the ecosystem, built some open source software, EOS Rate, which we just integrated with Eden, providing a way to voice the community of what a BP should be. And what we'd really like to do is expand that into rating dApps, rating projects, rating delegates for Eden, rating communities, rating wallets. Rating is big business, and it's important to have a solution that makes our community more transparent and more accountable. But yeah, that's about me, and we can talk a little bit more about that. But Randall, you wanna go next?
Yeah, I'm Randall, one of the Genesis members of EOS. Basically, I came to Eden, after Dan announced that he was starting the community. I've been part in the first trial election, second trial election. In the process, I came up with a project called Eos Support because the community needs a better onboarding user experience. That's number one. Number two, the community needs to be protected from scams, and we have to have all resources at one place. And more importantly, in the process of doing this, we can also use EOS tokens to pay agents, people who are providing content, people who are doing translation services, sorry. And basically, that's what I'm here to talk about today. So that's about me.
Awesome. And who's next, Randall?
Luca.
Hi, everybody. I'm Luca Patrick from Slovenia. I have like a small team here, 3 people. We're working on EOS from the start, basically. I don't know, we worked with medical startup, then with an exchange. We built a BP rotation contract. And let's fast forward. And I guess the last one was we're third with on the hackathon with Google and Black One with Row. So this was web authentication. We basically brought web authentication to EOS in a way that it doesn't require a server, because the prior implementation from Block One was done in a way that basically if you lose the server, you lose your keys. But our solution basically decentralized this as well. And that's it for presentation.
Awesome.
So the next.
Charles, you're the only one left.
First, it's an honor to be among you. I know all of your projects. I don't know any of you personally, but I know all of your projects. And I'm here representing the EOS French-speaking community. We started in France, and we've included every French-speaking community around the world, so Canadians, Quebec, Switzerland, etc. And we were seeking funding to continue the work, which is basically educating a lot of people, the maximum possible, to what is already available in English, and translate everything to French, and educate the maximum number of people, do AMAs and answer questions. And that's basically what we've been doing all this time. And I will be just casting my vote. We know all of your projects, they're brilliant, and they will be doing a lot for the EOS community. And the gist of it is that already a great number of projects on EOS, it's already working perfectly. And our goal was just to make that available to the maximum number of people around the world who speak French. And that's it.
All right. Hey guys, so maybe to move fast with it, let's now get into the proposals, right? What each one is proposing. I think we could go the other way around. So Charles, you were the last one doing the intro. How about you go first with your proposal?
I've posted a detailed link of our project on the EOS community. I've posted the link in the discussion. You can all find out more there. The gist of it is seeking funding to allocate funding to create more content, create video content, text content, the maximum number of translation and from English to French, and doing a lot of marketing with EOS Bees. 70% of our funding will go to EOS Bees, to EOS French community, and 30% to EOS Bees, which is basically the same thing that we're doing. They're doing more marketing, we're doing more education, but it's all similar. So we're sharing that funds with them no matter what. And that's basically what the funding will do for us. Just continue the work that we're doing voluntarily for now, and be able to do more and more for translations, for content in French, for all the French-speaking people around the world, in Africa, Canada, etc.
Awesome. Great, super important mission. Luca, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we are working on port. This is basically a way to take passports and onboard them on the blockchain. So for the end user, how this looks like is basically you just take the phone, you scan the QR code on the website. So you can think the similar than you can do with Anchor. and then you basically just tap the passport with your phone, and you sign the headers on the from the blockchain. So in the backend, what's happening there is that you basically upload this signature created from the passport. You upload it to the chain, and it gets validated first. Signature gets validated that it's legit, that it's now from current block header. So this means that you have presence. So you have a passport with you. It's not just copy of the data. And the second, this passport gets this public key from the passport gets authenticated into the country that issued it. So, for instance, it will tell you that it's real passport from the Slovenia if you use ours or whatever. Most countries are supported, even countries that are kind of late, like I don't know, like Mexico. It's getting added this year. I mean, there are some countries like I don't know, like Pakistan that are not there, but yeah, most are there. So what can we do in 3 months? Because as far as I understand, this is like a project for 3 months. It's the best that we can show something at the end. So we have finished apps. We have finished this onboarding. So QR code part. We're basically integrating with Pomelo right now. So this will add you to basically your identity for quadratic voting as well. What we don't have, so we didn't have like time and funding to basically move it verification on the chain. So we did it partly on prior, but we can use funding basically to now move it on the chain. And that means that it will not be just some server saying, yes, these are legit passports, but it will be signatures from the certificate will be verified on the chain itself. So from that perspective, it's basically trustless. So we can deploy this in 3 months, at least like a public beta, and we can showcase it that basically Eden provided for this or something like that.
So Luca, could we just for a key name could we key name your project on-chain KYC, something like that, on-chain KYC on EOS?
I mean, I prefer to say that it's foreseeable protection, because at least this basic thing that we will do in these 3 months is just you only show your public key of your passport. So it's kind of private. I mean, sure, public key, your country knows your public key, but even other countries shouldn't know your public key. So it's quite private in that way. So I wouldn't really call it KYC, but yes, it can be later used for KYC because you can reveal additional data and it gets authenticated into that account as well. But that's kind of separate thing, and I'm not sure we will be able in 3 months to fully like develop it in presentable way. We already have like tests, it works, but yeah.
Awesome.
So it's more like cyber protection for us. So it's
we can use that on EOS Starter. So let's talk after the election.
Perfect.
Randall, you're gonna go next.
We don't hear you. Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I have used Eos User Support here. Basically, our goal is to make it very easy for users to find information, to learn about EOS, to be onboarded onto EOS. We are going to provide basic support across the board. Right now, we have our chat widget on the EOS community forum, on the edenproxy.org website. We have it on Eden website. We can provide face-to-face video support to induct members now. What we need is we need more agents. We need people like Charles who can translate in French so they can translate content and they can provide content across the globe. We also have Chris Barnes with us who is doing transparency. He's going to be reaching out to businesses, to many projects, and he's going to be talking to them, making sure that they are doing the right things, and we are going to help them. We are going to help provide, I would say, some consultation on how to build projects. And more importantly, we are going to be hosting community hackathons and so many more things. Okay, we have people like Eos Costa Rica, who has been helping us with our project, how to design it, and we have a smart contract written, but we want to improve on it to make it even a lot better in the future. But for now, as it stands today, we've been able to deliver a website where people can go and read more about things. So I put a pitch together because we don't have enough time, but I sent it to each one of you so that you can review it to see the importance of what we are doing. We are partnering with EOS Bees. We are going to be onboarding. They will bring people to us. We will onboard them so that we can also show the data in the future, what we've been able to accomplish. So we have a lot going on with Eos Support. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time, but what I would say is you guys can briefly just review the pitch deck, because the goal is to show EOS Foundation, the EOS community, that the funds that we have, we can be able to do something with it now, and which is educating users, bringing users on board, making it easy for all the developers so that they can focus on developing, while we, the community, we can get paid, especially Eden members only, getting paid for their services. And, we are actually having a good rate. We are going to be paying good rates. And I have all of that on the pitch deck, how much we're going to be paying each agent and people that are providing content for EOS. We will do that as well. So you guys should look at it, and I'm hoping that you guys will vote for me so that we can gather together with the community and make EOS great again.
Awesome. I think EOS support definitely needs to get funded, in my opinion. Edgar, you wanna?
Yeah. Well, as as Randall mentioned, we're a group of developers too that support a lot of different ideas. I think trying to build for the Eden community. So not just not what I'm pitching today. What I'm pitching today is EOS Rate. So EOS Rate is a decentralized application on EOS mainnet that allows you to voice your opinion on 5 different categories on chain for different block producers. What we are proposing is to continue to integrate that into Eden. So we've already done that based on one of the trial election feedbacks. Chris Barnes hired us to build an Eden integration where now you can see how Eden members vote. I think it's important. Dan mentioned it today again. Having features that are specific to Eden members are important. So being able to vote or rate specific to your Eden account, and having members of the community knowing that that is the will of that community is important. What we'd like to do is continue to build on EOS Rate, continue to improve it. And one of the feedbacks from the first round was there are so many projects, and I think this speaks to EOS Starter and EOS Support as well, actually, so many projects out there that, hackathons aren't enough. So much is happening on other blockchains that EOS could also have, but some of the funding doesn't reach to these projects. It's just hard to make a living to have the activation energy. I think that's what EOS Starter wants to do too. We propose that EOS Rate be used for that as well. How we can rate projects, rate people that are funding them, rate Eden delegates as well and how they're doing, do that on chain, become more transparent, more accountable. So rating really block producers is the first step. But then after that, we can rate content, we can rate support, people that are providing EOS user support. We can rate projects that maybe are going underneath the radar, and maybe the community wants them to get funded, but for political reasons or for connections that just don't seem to be breaking through. We think that rating, one account, one rating that's dynamic, that's liquid, allows us to have that sort of transparency. So that's what I'm proposing, continuing to do the work that we've already been doing for 2 years, working on EOS Rate. It's great that the Eden community has adopted this as a way to improve the wisdom of the crowd. but we'd like to add that to projects, to Eden delegates, to wallets, exchanges, support, all the other tools, and start rating not only delegates and blog producers, but projects themselves. Thank you very much.
Awesome. And EOS rate rocks, Edgar, just to mention. All right, guys. So listen, I'll go quickly through my proposal. So the reason I founded EOS Starter is based on one basic premise, which is EOS is valuable as the platforms and the products that are built on top of it, right? So this is what my focus has been since ever I got engaged, to bring more business and products to build on EOS. Having said that, it's important for me to mention that none of the funding from Eden will go to EOS Starter, regardless of the round that I'm moving forward or any of the EOS Starter team moves. What I will be doing, if you read my proposal, if I get to move forward with the funds, is the following. I'm splitting 50% of the funds to new projects and initiatives building on EOS, like helping them move forward according to the rounding and the funding that we are able to get. And the other 50% that I'll be using to fund the priorities that the people I'm facing now, like we're here in the group, they're pushing forward. So for an example, in my last group, I have Eric has a pizza business that he's trying to implement on EOS with the marketplace. The other Eric proposed more focus on DeFi, and we got someone working on Void. That was the last round, and during this round, the other 50% would go, of course, to the French-speaking community and EOS Bees, funding that part. The other part would go to Luca's project of the on-chain KYC, user support from Randall. That I think that's key. So what we want to do with the funding is try to move the needle, right? If we're going to split 30 years here and 40 years there, and then it's going to do nothing, then I think we need to strategize that a bit better so we can make some impact. And of course, EOS Rate, which is an amazing tool, and we need to keep moving that forward. So that would be 50%. The other 50% would go to innovative projects or new projects trying to build. So depending on which stage I get to, if I stop in this stage, then we can maybe help them put up their pitch, their white paper, maybe even a landing page, promote their idea. But if I move to the next stage, maybe we can help those developers actually put up a website on and start developing their smart contracts for the new projects. So that'd be also amazing. My belief is that if I do get to face the final round, I would probably be voting for someone who can dedicate themselves 100% to Eden, because I've got EOS Starter and I'm planning on building that and keep on building that. Those are my thoughts for moving forward. And I think we all are very, very strong candidates, guys. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be tough reaching consensus. But how about we give it a try, right?
Yeah, I agree. I think this is the hard group here. Everybody, I think, has a great vision, a great reputation already in the community, valuable projects that should be pushed forward. I know for myself, it's a very hard decision already, and we only have 6 minutes to make it. So,
I mean, we can in theory start with who would we vote for if it wasn't for us. I think that might help to find and I don't have the answer yet. So
that's a great idea, Luca, but you need to go first.
I will have it. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
Hello.
I will.
So
I would go ahead. Go ahead, Randall.
So I was going to say that technically, let's say if I didn't have EOS support, if I did not, right? And I came here, I would have voted for Charles because EOS rating is good. I agree with it 100%. But he's with the Bs who are doing marketing, and also he's going to be promoting EOS in the French community. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that that is what EOS needs right now, right? Unfortunately, I wouldn't vote for you, Charles, because the Bs, the way they want to distribute the funds is not going to make a lot of difference. I've looked at the proposal over and over, and Jesse's my guy. Jesse's my guy. He's actually working with us so that we can onboard, especially in the English community. All right. But we have to make a difference in that all the people who are going to be part of the distribution has to be Eden members. Okay. And we have to make sure the Eden members, like people like Chris, people like EOS Costa Rica, people like Luca, people like EOS Starter, when they are part of the marketing, they are part as agents, representatives, okay? They get paid at least decent amount of money to continue moving this forward. And that's what EOS Support is bringing to the table in that.
Okay, let's, sorry, we have like really short time, like we have 2 minutes, right?
Yeah, go ahead. All right.
So Randall, you would vote for Charles if you would not vote for myself. I'll go next. I think if I would not vote for myself, I would be voting for Randall at Eos Support, because I just consider the
me
user
too.
support being
let me
like
just
a
put it out.
huge mission to onboard new users. And I consider that to be like mission critical. So even if I do move forward, Eos Support would be definitely on top of my list for the other half of the fund. So that's what I wanted to say.
I would probably say I will not vote for me. I would probably vote for Randall. So just
I was
can do.
I was going to say the same. If I wasn't going to vote for myself, I'd vote for EOS Support. I think EOS Starter is a great initiative. Ednan, I support you wholeheartedly. Charles, I think that's great. I mean, we know how internationalization is important. Luca, developing more authentication is super important. Ednan, I think you're going to get funding from. I think you're going to get a grant. I think I think you're going to be all right. Randall, I think you've stepped up, man. You've prepared. You've got the people in place to implement this. You're passionate. You got my vote, to be honest.
All right, guys, it looks like we have consensus, and we are apparently all voting for you, Randall, to move forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's amazing. So
let's first do it. Let's first do it, though. We have like 3 minutes.
Okay, guys, let's submit our votes. I'm voting for Randall then. Randall, you did great, man. I think EOS Support is an amazing idea. It's being underrated, you know, how important guiding new users, onboarding them, like taking them by the hand into a blockchain space. This is being ignored, and you know, Amazon became Amazon because of customer support, not because of the technology, internet, cool website or supply chain. It's because of your customer support. So if we can be the Amazon customer support of the blockchain space, we have a very strategic advantage, you know? So awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do.
Ednan, you're recording, right? You're going to upload
can I upload the recording, or should I send it to you, Randall? I'll try to upload it.
Anyone can upload it.
Yeah, just do it, basically.
All right,
if it doesn't
guys.
work, then send around.
Consensus is reached.
Yes.
Go, Randall.
Awesome.
Randall.
All right, guys. See you soon.